for OD Pixel and Draskel.
Yeah, let's go to the cash. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the casting panel. It's game 3 now of Na'Vi versus OG in the best of 5 grand finals here at the DreamLeague LAN finals. I'm OD Pixel, I'm joined by Draskel. OG, of course, 2 games up, and here we have it, Andy. New hero being released right here at the LAN. We're seeing Terrorblade coming out for Na'Vi as the final pick. The response is that Timbersaw from Miracle. Why the Terrorblade? Have Na'Vi got some secret amazing strat here that's going to destroy OG?
Well, I don't know about that part, but I do think that Terrorblade is still a potent hero. It's just going to be a hard Terrorblade game because you have to worry about getting doomed. Terrorblade just eviscerates you throughout the game until you get like BKB because he does so much burst damage. OG has good catch. Lifestealer can kind of go on you as well. Sure, Sunder is a thing if you can get it off. They have the Shallow Grave as well to maybe, open up an opportunity for you to get that spell off. I'm just apprehensive, we'll say that.
I mean, is that the play? Is it all about the Shallow Grave Sunders?
We'll see, I guess. This is really off the wall, so I'm not really sure what to expect. The thing is, when you pick a crazy lineup, normally you pick like one crazy hero. But the fact that, Axe and Terrorblade are being run on the same team just seems very unorthodox. So they said they had a plan the other day when we were talking to, it wasn't Ditcher, it was General,
yes.
Right? And they said they had a plan going up against OG. So maybe this is something that they've practiced before.
This is the plan.
They have confidence in it. The Dazzle is going to be making his way towards bottom lane with the Axe. This is a very potent dual lane, especially against heroes that are predominantly melee. Like Crystal Maiden's not going to be able to do enough harass on her own to really be able to deal with these two. Crit, kind of in the same boat. So I'm curious to see how Na'Vi's dual lane matches up against the potential tri-lane of OG if Crit wants to make his transition down here, or if he decides to just farm.
I mean, talking about the bottom lane, but now going towards the mid lane. That Timbersaw being brought out again by Miracle that we saw earlier this weekend. Matching up against Dendi on the Mirana. Is this pretty much a free lane for both of them, or is anyone going to be in a potential risky situation?
I think they'll both farm.
Yeah.
Like Mirana doesn't really have the greatest of base damage. Timber doesn't either. But Reactive should keep Miracle in the lane pretty much forever. Mirana is not known for her harass potential. It's more just about like landing the arrows and securing some runes.
But also talking in terms of the draft, are you a little bit more positive on the outlook for Na'Vi due to the fact that they did decide to ban out the Spirit and the Phoenix this game and instead let the Doom through? Or do you feel this is equally as scary?
Well, I think that they just ban those heroes because they allow OG to dictate tempo, and Na'Vi are usually the team who want to do that. In the meantime, bottom lane, Grid is going to make his first appearance down here. Not really going to be able to do much.
Oh, Moon, he's in trouble there. I think this is going to be your first blood here. Ditcher, first blood on the Terrorblade with the help of Artstar and the Purge Creep. Same time, bottom lane, General going on to No-Tail. Oh, hey, that's the second one for Na'Vi. Can they get a kill in return? General getting beat down by Crit. The spins are there, one of them at least. Not going to be enough. So OG find one in return, but Na'Vi starting this game off with 2 quick kills.
I wonder why he opted to go for Poison and not Grave at level 2. I mean, at level 3, I'm pretty sure he's going to be 1-1-1 no matter what because he's playing with an Axe, but I don't know if the Grave would have necessarily gotten him another kill, but spins are a thing. Maybe some RNG on his side could have worked out. And Moon still taking a ton of damage up here. I mean, Terrorblade's one of those heroes that you just don't play against very often.
I was going to say, Moon's probably just reading up on the skills.
He's like, God, this hero does so much damage.
Oh, No-Tail and Fly playing with Seneko here. I mean, Seneko. Looks like we're fine. He'll have to take the long walk round through the jungle to get back to his position in lane. A Crit returning back down towards the bottom. Mid lane, Miracle putting a lot of heavy pressure in, but at the same time, it's as expected, pretty much bang on, neck with the CS for both Dendi and Miracle. I mean, just the question is when are we going to see the rotations come into play from the supports? And I mean, I guess you look over to Na'Vi and you see as Artstar being the more posted on the Enchantress, but meanwhile, bottom lane, moving in onto General. He'll get the call off. He's going to need a few spins to have a chance to turn this one. He's going to look for the Dukes around in the sidelines. It's not going to work. They'll lose him. They're going to lose Seneko as well, by the looks of it. And OG, all right, 2 kills for them on the bottom. No reaction from Na'Vi there. And that's not great when you're just giving up a Dazzle Axe lane just like that.
Yeah. That's another time where you really, really need Shallow Grave. Because if the Axe is carrying a TP, you know, you want to use Infernal Blade for the damage and Frostbite for the lockdown. So if you don't stagger your disables, there is a chance for a Grave TP out in those scenarios. Not a huge chance, but, you know, it's better than just dying straight up. And because Seneca was unable to hit level 3, you know, he still doesn't have Grave. This lane is supposed to actually be winning. Like, you don't pick Axe Dazzle to get killed 2 times and even trade. You just want to shut down the safe lane completely. And he gets the rune here.
Again, just, I mean, we're seeing, you know, you're not going to be able to harass Miracle out of lane as a Mirana. Unless you hit some wacky arrow. Again, look at this bottom. General trying to go in. Seneca has an invis to just maybe set up a walk-in call for General. See what he can do here. No tell, but again, making a bit of a go onto General. They're not scared to try and kill this Axe. You know, there's still not that extra level on Dazzle, so there's no shallow grave still at this point, and they're going to get the kills. They get one at no tail with the open wounds onto Seneca. They get another, almost certainly one more touch, and they do. And as you keep saying, Andy, the fact that there's no shallow grave is just, it's absolutely crushing this lane.
OG are just abusing the fact that he's not level 3. Like 5 minutes in, still yet to get that crucial point into shallow grave. I mean, 5 seconds doesn't sound like a long time, but when you have a couple of heroes hitting him over and over again, maybe you get a spin, especially when you're tanking the creep wave. Like, it's one thing to say that OG could just stop hitting him. Oh, God. General, not again, dude. Not like this.
I think we need to turn the instant replay off.
I've seen this movie before, Owen. It doesn't end well for the Axe.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
This is a total disaster. He has to just leave the lane now. There's no way you can go back. You're just going to keep dying.
Maybe this is all part of the Terrorblade strat.
No, there's no way this is a strat. Come on, Owen. Get it together. It's the grand finals, Owen. I don't know how grand they are,
I was going to say, you should tell Na'Vi that.
Too savage.
Oh, Tenty. He's going to juke this one off. Miracle trying to go for the blind play. Has got another chakram. It's not going to be on point. In fact, they might have a good chance of punishing this one. General coming in as well. Oh, Miracle.
What a guy.
Oh, he doesn't have a TP.
Yeah, but he can just make the trek. He knows the creep wave timing. It's nighttime. He might run into art style, though. I mean, he's going to run right into him.
Yeah, what's going to happen here?
He's fine.
Whee!
This is space.
This is a lot of space.
I mean, he's bought all his items. Does he just die to the tower? Yeah, he just dies at the tower. Okay.
Well, Dichirel's getting a lot of farm.
Yep.
He's 34 for 9 at the moment on this top lane. The Terrorblader is having the space that he needs.
It's not a matter really of getting the Terrorblade space, because I think he was always going to farm in the situation. The hero is actually pretty good in lane when it's just a solo offlane hero that only does physical DPS. Terrorblade's got 15 base armor with Aquila and Poor Man's Shield at level 7. That Slardar ain't doing any damage to him, so he's always going to get farmed. The bigger concern is, again, the offlane. The offlane has given away so many kills at this point. The Axe's Blink Dagger timing and whatever else he's going to make is going to be super late.
I mean, that is the thing as well with Terrorblade at this point. You said, you know, he's going to be fine in the lane against Moon, but you throw, I mean, either Fly or Miracle, and Terrorblade just falls over.
Yeah, he's got 700 HP, yeah, so a Temper Chain, Chakram, and a level 1 Warling Death almost kill him from 100% health.
Oh. Arsenal's actually going to have to live this one out. Moon. A little bit whiffing the crush there. Mid lane TP's coming through as Miracle. Jumping in, Seneko is there. And, oh, please tell me this man's got Shallow Grave now.
I mean, he has 2 points into heal.
He does not have Shallow Grave now.
Already? I mean, to be fair, if he's not with the Axe anymore, I could justify getting 2 points into heal because he wants to try to farm and recover. Like, Dendi is moving around the map a little bit more, like he was trying to gank the lane. So if you get 2 points in a heal, you can farm more effectively, you can push out the mid wave. And since you're not with General, I guess it's more understandable. But Seneko, this might be the worst game that he's had, like this tournament.
No tell with the Invis, let's see what he can do.
I mean, Doom's coming up here as well. He could just be dead. I think if he farms his camp, he just dies. Yeah, he should be dead.
Yep. There we go. Walk in, pop on the head with the old blade, and he's gone. Crit with a crit. Arrow from Dandy. Who's he going to catch? Good luck killing that man. Actually, he does have backup here,
He should be dead,
Dandy.
actually.
Yeah, with Ditchera rotating in with Art Style, they have got a chance. Crit. Trying to walk this one up, but yeah, with the impetus, he's gone. So Na'Vi are able to punish that play there. They did pick up the Midas, though, before he died. It is on cooldown, but hey-ho.
He's
managed
gonna
to spend that money. 9-minute Midas on Doom.
Oh my god.
I think you're happy.
Yeah, you definitely are. I guess Ditchero's going Vanguard. Vanguard Terrorblade. He's got a Ring of Health. I can't imagine what else is for, unless he goes Hood, but Hood's not very strong against their
Dude,
heroes.
it's all about the Ether Lens.
Ether Lens Terrorblade.
Yeah, get that Sunder range.
This is probably why you're only 4K.
Oh, I'm 3, Andy.
Why did you lose your 4K?
I'm still 4.
Okay.
7 MMR above it.
Got to make sure that
Yep.
the plebs know, you know?
Absolutely. Up to Gerard, starting to get the push on top. We see mid lane, actually converging in Miracle, just dancing around with Dendi. Seneko. Oh, he's got Grave! He has got Grave! Will he use it? No. Doesn't get a chance.
Man, that burst damage is freaking insane, actually. Timber just kills you instantly. He only even has 1 point into the Whirling Death. He's got the double reactive armor for the value. Man, this game is just unbelievably tough for Na'Vi already. They are putting a lot of weight on this Terrorblade pick.
I mean, if Ditchera wins the game with the Terrorblade, it's going to be beautiful. But it's a big event. Actually, with this rotation, maybe they can punish Moon. Dendi is there. This could be another kill involvement for Ditchera. They should get away with this one, Art Style. Yeah, he's going to find it.
I mean, that Terrorblade was taking no damage from the tower, and damage block does work on reflection as well. So maybe Vanguard is the play.
It really is. I mean, so far, Ditchera is amongst all the chaos having a good game on this Terrorblade.
We'll just go ahead and say Caster's Curse, right?
Yeah, that was definitely a Caster's Curse there.
Damn it, Owen.
Goodbye, Ditchera.
Clearly not a Na'Vi fan.
Now we have it. Fly taking the final touch.
I don't know. I feel like that's just going to happen to him all game. If there's only one core on the enemy team that's getting a ton of farm, that's when Doom is like the best. Okay, Miracle eats an arrow.
I mean, with the impetus, that again, they've got a chance. Okay, Timbersaur's too far to the sidelines. Art Style.
He can turn and kill
close
here.
in on this?
They have a sentry.
Oh,
never mind. That's Na'Vi sentry.
Ooh. Oh,
2 for
again.
2.
Hey, they should have a chance to this one, and hey, they've got it, Na'Vi. Will find the kill onto Miracle.
All right. High priority target down.
Certainly is no tell. Up on this top lane, though, getting space, and with crit, they should be able to take down this tier 1. On bottom lane, Art Style and Ditchera have started to set up count. They've got General Seneko. They're diving in hard. They're going to look to take Moon down, and they are getting it again. Na'Vi, they are securing these kills.
Seems like Na'Vi are starting to find some footing here. And the nice thing about Terrorblade is he still kills towers extremely fast, even if you go for Vanguard, because of the amount of base damage that you gain through Metamorphosis and, of course, the max Conjure image. Oh, wait, I said Reflection earlier, didn't I, when I was talking about Vanguard? I meant Conjure image. I don't know why I said Reflection. All right, anyway. Looks like it's going to be the typical Aghanim's choice here from Dundee. I think Aghanim is actually pretty legit this game, just because it can burst heroes like Timber with magical damage much easier than you can like physical DPS. And then, of course, you have the Enchantress to back that up. You know, all things considered, if Na'Vi's offlane didn't just go abysmally, I think they would actually be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. Well, we'll see what she can do with this one. They get a ward drop down. Generally does have that blink. We'll see what kicks off in no time.
This wraparound, though.
We'll see who jumps on who. They've got the scan here. OG, they know that some of Na'Vi have moved down to the south. It is just General. But let's take a tower here. Na'Vi unable to stop this push from OG. At least it seems to be just playing around with the illusion. Actually, OG feeling a little bit scared. They seem very scared indeed. Just waiting for the creep wave to come, and now they'll go again. Na'Vi, are they going to make some kind of jump? General's not there, though. He's down towards the bottom, so they haven't got the Axis initiation. It's going to mean they just leave the space there for OG to push on and start to maybe look for even more. They're going to try and get Denny to jump back, and you can already see No-Tail would have looked for the cutoff. She spots out Ditchera as well, moving back up to the south.
I guess the one thing that we can look to now on the side of Na'Vi is the fact that General has his Blink Dagger. He got it before Moon, and he pretty much went to lane and died 3 times in a row. So the fact that General's 1 in 5, has Blink Dagger before Moon, just, I think, kind of solidifies the fact that he can be kind of that Slardar-esque hero, but farms the jungle faster, obviously, because of counter helix. And this could be the way that Na'Vi on top of Moonlight Shadow and Blink Initiation could try to start turning this game. Here comes the smoke.
Question is where they're going to go. You can see up top, they're making the jump onto Ditchera. 4 heroes of OG were watching him up for that full laning portion as he farmed at the wave, and there was just no response from Na'Vi. And to be fair, with that amount of health points, you just don't have time to respond. General jumps in, gets the call onto Miracle. Can OG come around and help him? It doesn't look like they can. Miracle falling low. They should be able to find. Oh, the jump in from Moon. Gets the crush at the slide by from Miracle. Chops down on Axe Art style. Chopped down by No-Tail, and Miracle, he lives. Turns around, gets a double as he shakrams the Dazzle.
Oh, dear God. If that arrow didn't miss, that Timber was so dead. If that Timber dies there, the fight actually goes amazingly well for Na'Vi. Because all the burst damage came in from the Timber. Sure, the crush was nice, but if that hero isn't alive to throw out a Chakram, hit the 2-man Timber chain, and just instantly annihilate the Axe, I think it would have been very easy for Na'Vi to walk away with
Moon jumps in. Can they chase this man? Arrow's going to miss, and Moon will be allowed to escape. General is even thinking about the cutoff. No, yeah, he feels scared. Actually, with Dendi, maybe they could try for it. Moon coming in. Oh, Blink dodging the call. I mean, this game is looking a little bit grim for Na'Vi. There's just a lot of resting of hope on that Ditchera Terrorblade.
Well, Terrorblade's a type of hero that can actually kind of destroy this lineup. Seneca is going to casually TP out here under the effects of Shallow Grave. But I do think Terrorblade has the potential to not only defend high ground, but do a ton during the late game. Because Lifestealer, Slardar, Doom, yeah, they can focus down one target really well. But if you get a good Blink call, and you get a Starstorm out onto the team and your Terrorblade's just trucking somebody, that hero is not living. There's just way too much damage coming in.
Oh, jumping on an Artstar mid, fly straight up with the ult, but he will get arrowed. No-Tail is there to back him up. Artstar's trying to kill the CM, but with the rage, the crush, No-Tail comes in, chomps down on the edge. It's a 1-for-1. The question is, can Na'Vi try and find anything more here? Ditchera's moved around, General as well, coming across. If they can find a Blink call, maybe Na'Vi can try and take more from this recent fight, but OG, again, just respecting the jumper potential of Na'Vi, and they don't hang around any longer than they need to.
Well, looks like Dendi now secures his Aghanims. It's going to help his farm speed quite a bit, push out the waves. They're going to instantly smoke. They still have a tremendous amount of bursts. We need to keep that in mind for Na'Vi. They catch somebody, they get an arrow into a Starstorm, a quad Starstorm on a hero. Even these two can die.
Yeah, if General can get the call, oh, okay. Then call onto 2, the weave's laid down. Where's the follow-up? There it is, the arrow onto Moon, the first stun. Can they find No-Tail as well? There's a buyback from the Slardar to get himself back into this one. They can't kill No-Tail, and now they've got to be careful. Ditchera frozen up, doomed as well. No chance of a surrender from this man. The burst from Miracles will bring him down, and No-Tail still alive on the sidelines. Looking for General, he gets Shallow Grave dug. Seneko trying for the TP out. Is he going to make it? The Infernal Blade comes down upon his head. General taken down as well. It's a double kill for Miracle. Picked up that Bloodstone before that fight. 17.5 minutes in, he has the 3 extra charges, 15 charges now on that Bloodstone.
Well, that buyback turned out to be super worth there for Moon. At first, I thought maybe they would be able to disengage, but the problem is they use their mobility to get in to ensure that, you know, the Starstorm does a lot of damage, make sure they kill the Slardar in the first place. Axe blinks forward. Dazzle obviously has to be in close proximity to cast Shallow Grave. Oh, arrow hits on No-Tail here. Don't make him stomp. Don't make him stomp. Okay, there we go.
A little bit of a close one.
It has a cooldown, so. Oh my.
So does Artstar's death.
You used to be an Enchantress there. Not anymore. Okay, so I think that the Terrorblade actually has some potential, but the offlane not going well, the Blink Dagger timing being really delayed. Like, think about this, right? The offlane for Na'Vi went way worse. Okay, I might have to hold that thought. Smoon's going ham here. But the offlane went way worse, and the Blink timing was still around the same as the Slardar. If he had his Blink earlier, just imagine how much more work they could do with that lineup, you know, prior to Doom being available, you know, Moon having his own Blink Dagger to counter, because he definitely gets it faster if they're doing a dual offlane. So the timings, I think, for the items on Navi's lineup are super crucial, and they just didn't quite hit him fast enough.
Oh boy.
I mean, at this point, it's rough, because Crit's got Plate Mail, Midas, Crimson Guard, just completed 6-1 and 6. He's pretty much net worth-wise higher than the freaking mid player.
And for the next fight as well, I mean, it's just the little things like Miracle. He's got an Arcane rune in the bottle. I mean, that's such a good rune to have for the Timber.
Yeah, for sure. Lowers the Timber Chain cooldown to what, like 2.75 seconds or something like that? It's really, really short with Arcane rune.
There we have it. Etherland's done as well. Miracle.
The man has some farm.
What can Na'Vi do? They need something big.
They need a perfect initiation from General. That's how they win a fight. Like, ideally, you catch the Doom before he uses the ultimate, so that way you're not just running into a team fight where Ditcheron never is able to cast Sunder, and then you can maybe turn that. Because even if the Slardar and the Lifestealer are both on you, as long as you're not doomed, you got Grave, so you could potentially get a Sunder off. But if you're doomed, it doesn't matter if you get Graved or not, you're still going to die. So I think it's all on General. It's a lot of pressure.
Moon, ready to fight, jumps in, out comes the no-tail, goodbye art style. Dandy having to jump himself up to the high ground. Moonlight Shadow back to safety. Zoji, they'll have the space to take down a tier 2 in the mid lane. Question is, can they find anything more? I mean, at this point, OG, is there anything really stopping them from pushing up to the high ground?
I don't really think so. They have a lot of really tanky heroes, and the Na'Vi lineup can't really afford to use Metamorphosis just to like poke at OG. They need to use it when they're fully committing to a team fight.
Moon in onto Dendi. General will get the call out. OG are going very aggressive here.
Okay.
But I mean, the question is, can Na'Vi punish it? The Crimson Guard's out, no-tail ready to move back in, and actually you need to be careful of the armlet toggle. Keep him alive. The Aegis will be popped. Can they kill him a second time? The arrow coming out a little bit too early. It's going to be with no-tail rages. Moves back, but General gets the call out. Can they kill no-tail here? No-tail falling low here. He's going to go down and they'll find it, but at the same time, Axe is gone. Moon, they just go down as well as the tower here. They found 2. Can they find themselves anything more? They'll find 3. Na'Vi looking for Miracle as well. He gets himself away with the Timber Chain. Can they follow through? Na'Vi on the defense, and it is a successful one.
Oh, the arrow from Dendi catches out Crit's TP. Oh man, that was huge.
Wait, is Miracle a bit of a gamer though? Now, be careful if you're trying to kill Miracle. It may not go according to plan, guy. Yeah. Look out. You might not want to do this, Na'Vi. Leave him alone. He's 9k. Leave him alone.
He's got this. Easy TP.
Oh. Right, how many Bloodstone shards has he got now? 20. Not bad.
Not bad. I mean, that whole fight was a little bit messy. Like, they overcommit a lot. They wanted to try to save no-tail. I don't know if it's really worth the engagement when you've already expended Doom. Like, they doomed Dendi. At that point, they weren't going to get the tower even. They should have probably just disengaged. I think they were feeling a little bit overconfident that they could push the fight even when there's a low reward, I guess. If they kill them there or they save no-tail, obviously they maybe get to tier 3. But the risk was super high in proportion to what they would have gained. And just getting punished a little bit for that. Obviously, again, the call from General, making sure the no-tail didn't get out of the base was clutch. And lots of damage being dealt from the Aghanim's Mirana. You know, they pick these really tanky heroes that have high armor, high health, but the Aghanim Starstorm just cuts through them so quickly.
It really does. Looking at this. Miracle, what does he have here to be scared of?
Well, if you get hit by an arrow, you can still die. If you get Blink called and the Terrorblade has Metamorphosis up, you could still die.
But
I mean, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it can happen.
Maybe the blade mail will provide a bit of an issue for him.
Well, blade mail is not really good in the sense that
You just ignore it?
if you taunt a Timber Saw and you blade mail, the Timber Saw's auto attack damage doesn't hurt him much. But if you blade mail the damage that he's doing with Timber Chain and Whirling Death and whatnot, then it's great. I'm just saying it's a little bit harder to utilize the blade mail against him instead of a hero who wants to auto attack like the Lifestealer or the Slardar.
Oh, Dundee hits an arrow. Jumping forward by Moon. He jumps straight back in onto them. Actually taking a lot of return damage there for the blade mail. Crimson Guard comes out, Fly with the ultimate on the sidelines. Artstyles down. They get the dunk off onto the Doom. No Tail trying to go in onto Ditchera, but they're actually cutting up at the moment. Miracle jumps in, ready for the choppy. In comes the Chakram, moves forward, bringing Ditchera down. General's going to fall as well, almost steady. Oh, he actually got the dunk off. Oh, that Timber Chain. Watch out. Here comes Miracle. Aston Eiko. Good job getting yourself back to base. It's not going to happen. It's a 4th kill for OG. Maybe make that a 5th.
Oh, missed the Timber Chain, but doesn't matter.
It's
Moon's
the
there to
team.
back him up.
25 Bloodstone charges.
At 24 minutes in.
That's incredible.
I do believe this is what you call snowballing in the most literal sense in Dota 2. When you have 40 mana regeneration almost at 25 minutes as a Timber, you are going to farm so fast.
Oh. Doing a little bit off there with the crush.
I mean, I guess thankfully for Na'Vi, the heroes that they killed are actually the ones who are best at dealing damage to towers. So like the Lifestealer being dead helps a lot. They're not really going to be able to go back in and get any substantial structural DPS in, but I don't know. It's Na'Vi's still showing the potential of the Terrorblade. Like, he's still a big threat. Even though he's been doomed a couple of times during the fights, he still does enough damage to be someone that you have to always pay some kind of focus towards. You can't just let him sit in Metamorphosis and just auto-attack people. And Dundee is also pulling a lot of the weight in these fights with just the sheer amount of damage he can do with that Aghanims. It's one of the few games where I look at that build and I actually think it's probably the only build that you can even do in this game. Even though a lot of Mirana players kind of swear by it nowadays, I still feel like there are other options. But this game, it is definitely the build.
I mean, what do you do now if you're Na'Vi? Is it just about keeping the game going, getting Ditchera his farm?
Yeah, pretty much.
Trying to punish OG if they go too aggressive on the high ground?
The Terrorblade gets, 1 or 2 more items. It's going to become really difficult to kill him. Because the big weakness of Terrorblade normally is that you don't have a really good strength gain. Like, strength gain is 1.4. That's really freaking low. So that's why you put so much emphasis on building stats. He gets the Vanguard for survivability. Dragonlance, great synergy with the hero as well. Oh god, Dundee, not like this, dude. Alright, he's dead.
Take me.
The Blink Dagger, open wounds. Oh, they want to keep going. Misses his Force Staff, though.
I mean, at least OG can just clean up these out towers. There's still a tier 2 down bonnet. We'll see what they go for.
I mean, Roche gonna be up soon. Oh, okay, literally just spawned. Should be easy peasy here for OG.
Yeah, very nice timing here for the boys on OG. Na'Vi. Pretty much unable to do anything, especially with a man down for 30 seconds.
I actually think if they had planned on picking Terrorblade any point in this draft, they should have actually banned Doom. I think that might have been one of the bigger mistakes. Like, forget about the offlane not going well, OG kind of snowballing from the get-go. It's more about the one core they're relying on the most can just get deleted by Doom and not be able to contribute in the fight if the initiation for OG goes well. Whereas you're putting so much pressure on General to get a blink call and also protect the Terrorblade at the same time, it's a lot to ask, right? It's just so much easier to execute your lineup when the one hero that you're relying on actually, has control of his character and he's not just disabled for 15 seconds straight. It's a typical Na'Vi draft, though, when you have these lineups that can actually work as long as you focus and play your absolute best Dota, but you don't always play at 100%.
I mean, it feels a bit similar to kind of the draft in Game 1 where they put Ditcher on the Morphling, and it's just about allowing him to get to that point where he can.
Yeah, but this is way better than the Morphling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is working out much more to plan in comparison.
Yeah, comparatively much better. Because the Terrorblade actually deals so much DPS in the early game that you have to deal with him. You can't just ignore him. And even with his net worth, being a little bit less than the lifestealer, he still can do more damage over time because of illusions and metamorphosis, assuming he actually gets to attack. But OG have been doing such a phenomenal job of getting in and ensuring that he never gets that luxury.
Hey, you know on Timber Sword, does it still do that thing, you know, with the Bloodstone, if it makes your respawn short enough, that when you Timber Chain
Yeah, I think that's
and you die and you respawn in time, you come back to the point?
I'm pretty sure you can say that, but you
I
need
want to see that, but I
you
guess...
need an instant respawn.
Yes. What point of the charges does he get that? Or does it not work
It's
like
3
that
seconds per rank, I think, that you have on Bloodstone. So he might instantly respawn now.
Yeah, 75-second. He's level 20. Yeah, it must be close.
I don't remember the death timer formula off the top of my head, but it's close.
Oh, come on, man, you're meant to be the co-caster.
Yeah, but he either instantly respawns or it's a few seconds off. I'm not sure. It used to be a lot easier because the death timer countdown per charge was 4 seconds.
Yes.
So if it was
that's
old
right,
Bloodstone, he would definitely respawn right away. But I'm pretty sure it's close.
He respawned before he died.
Yeah, pretty much. When you have more than double the charges needed, you should just respawn in place instantly, like in Aegis.
Exactly. And Na'Vi actually choosing to go for a smoke up now.
I like this play. You got to get your map control back somehow. We talk about this all the time. It's playing defensive Dota the entire game is never really going to win against a team like OG, who will just out-efficiency you to death if you're not ever going to fight them. Question is, are Na'Vi actually going to find anything with a smoke? Survey says probably not.
Miracle is just 100 gold away from having the Octarine as well. I mean, 30 minutes into a game, when was the last time you saw a Timber this farmed at 30 minutes in? I feel this is the most farm we've seen a Timber saw
he is
in
gigantic.
a long time in competitive. I mean, obviously we don't see a lot of the hero, but it's got to be one of the best performances ever.
No, there's no question about that. Guy is just insanely farmed at this point. I guess he goes back for like Shivas or maybe even an Aghanims. Because he's got so much mana regeneration already that Aghanims would just more or less double his damage.
There you go, Andy, do the maths.
Respawn time is 5 plus 3.8 times hero level.
Oh, here we go, jumping in, no tail, eyes onto Artstyle. The Grave is there for the time being, but Miracle has the slow from the Chakram. Can they burst him? The mech coming through, they're actually going to turn. Na'Vi jumping in, looking onto No Tail with the stun. They might just be able to do the Impetus flying in. They'll take the Aegis out of his hands. The Doom's been dropped onto Ditchara. Moon gets himself in with a 3-man crush. Now gets himself back out. Blade Mail onto General, but No Tail, he's looking for Ditchara on the back lines and takes down the Terrorblade through the Doom. Denzi shallow graved up just in time. Impetus bringing incredibly low, and they'll actually get the kill on the Doom. Gem now on the decks. Dendy still, can't make it. The Chakra for Miracle catching him out, but OG have lost 3. Miracle now only has fly around, but I mean, he doesn't really need anyone around Miracle. I mean, can they kill this man? Can they kill this man? Nope.
Zoning CM ulti. He's going back in.
Ice.
He's so farmed. He gets so much health back whenever a Chakram hits as well.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
So it takes roughly, for Miracle right now, it takes roughly 80 seconds for him to respawn. And he has 27 Bloodstone charges. So more or less...
So 3.8 times 22, Andy, what's that?
Well, 22 now, so it's like 83 or 84 seconds, somewhere around those. Or somewhere around there. Which means he doesn't instantly respawn, but he is going to be dead for like 5 or 6 seconds.
I'm trying to do the maths.
It's like 5 or 6 seconds. I didn't tab out and use the calculator on the computer. Probably would have been really easy to do, but I can't be bothered.
It's 88.6 second reduction. Now, 88.6 seconds is his
dead.
Is
That's
his
how long
death
he's
time.
dead.
88.6 seconds, and it's getting reduced by what? 27 times 3,
You're the math guy here, Owen.
which is 81.
So yeah, he's dead for like 6 seconds.
Yes. Okay, we did the math.
6 or 7, whatever. Still impressive.
But also impressive for Na'Vi that they are managing to defend. I mean, you know, they are holding them off.
They can't kill Miracle, though. That's the real issue. Because the only way that guy dies now is he needs to get everything, more or less. So he needs to get arrowed into a quad star storm, get taunted. Terrorblade needs to be punching him in the face. You need the stars to align to take the guy down.
They really need something special. But again, it does feel like, you know, game 1 was not good at all for Na'Vi. Game 2 was a little bit better. Game 3 now, still holding on at 33 minutes in. There is a chance.
So you're saying if we played like a best of 15 or whatever?
Eventually, Na'Vi would scale up.
Okay. It's like they gain like experience towards the next level every game they play, right?
But this is, yeah, Miracles goes Hags then. 33 minutes in. Oh, well, 3 minutes after the Octarine, Ags is just done, just like that.
I think we're getting close to like 1v5 territory for this Timber.
It really seems like that.
It's mainly because they can't really kill him with physical damage, and because of his itemization, he's got so much flat health that even the Enchantress and the Mirana can't really burst him anymore. So with the Octarine lifesteal on top of the sheer amount of health that he has...
That Na'Vi are going to be hitting? Or are you just so far ahead that you don't really
I do think that against Terrorblade, you're always feeling it in the back of your mind at least. Okay, or you could just kill him. That works too. Oh! Okay, it's like 1650 or something like that. It's shorter. But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
I mean, OG as well, they're not really grouping up again. They're kind of playing it cool, just farming up the lanes. Against the Terrorblade, are you worried at all if you're OG? Is there some kind of timer that you need to be aware that the Na'Vi are going to be hitting? Or are you just so far ahead that you don't really
I do think that against Terrorblade, you're always feeling it in the back of your mind at least. Okay, or you could just kill him. That works too. Oh!
Sunder!
His team is not here though. I think he's still dead.
No, he's definitely dead.
Well, I mean, that just showcased how tanky he can be. And in those situations where if he gets the Manta style off, you know, imagine if he has some kind of backup. That team fight can very easily be turned. Unfortunately, he's probably going to have to buy out here.
I mean, you say easily, Andy, but... Let's see what they can do here.
Nice.
Arrow onto No-Tail with the impetus as well. No-Tail's gone. All right, he's dead for 70 seconds. OG. They need to be careful about what they throw away here. Na'Vi wanting to move back in. See if they can find anything else on this one. OG are retreating. This actually could be a big fight for Na'Vi as General gets the jump in, catches out Crit. That's the Doom down. A second one for Na'Vi. Dendi with a double kill. Fly and Moon still being careful. I mean, if in some crazy world they do kill Miracle, that's going to be absolutely insane.
He missed the Timber Chain!
Oh, can they do this? Can they do this? Can they do this? They've got the control, the cool. No, he gets himself out of the silence. He's just playing with the Miracle. Can Na'Vi kill this Timbersaw?
He is so tanky. He's going to kill him, I think. Oh, God, the Blade Melt. The Blade Melt! Oh, the Timber Chain, he healed!
Can they do it? Oh, they did it!
Oh, my God.
Oh, that is a rich axe.
That gold, 1,200.
Oh.
Okay, I just want to point out the score is 3-2-2-2.
Oh, Andy, please.
I'm sorry. I'll try not to meme again. But I couldn't help it.
4.8k. What'd you buy on General?
That is actually a good question.
What is the game-winning item now for Axe?
I think... Oh, man, that's hard. Shiva's maybe AC? He needs some armor. Definitely needs some armor. At the same time... Honestly, I really think the armor is the play. I think Shiva's would be great against their team. They're a lot of auto-attack damage, right? You got like the Lifestealer and the Slider together. You can use it for utility inside of the fights you already want to be chasing. I don't think BKB really offers you a ton. It's really just a protection against the CM ulti and the Timber at this point. You can also just casually save buyback and lose a ton of gold when you die. I love doing that, by the way. I do that all the time.
I see OG. I mean, this really is the thing. OG seem to be struggling to push up to the high ground. It feels like, you know, for the last 15 minutes or so, they've had this very strong and confident edge.
Well, this is Timbersaw's age-old struggle.
Uh-huh.
He's amazing everywhere, but in the enemy base, pretty much. There's not as many options for him in terms of Timber chaining in and getting, like, the maximum amount of damage output. And he doesn't hit buildings. The guy does 126 damage. He's got 25,000 net worth. He's almost double anyone else in the game. But none of his gold translates into killing a tower.
Oh, Na'Vi with the smoke. General slides in, gets the jump off. They catch out Moon. The impetus for the sidelines. Moon falling low and he's gone. No-Tail's trying to move in, focusing onto Dendi. They're moving Dendi out of the fight with the Grave as well. They'll keep him alive. Ditchara is going to get used up for the time being. Dendi's still alive. The Doom may just tick him down. There'll be a buyback from General. Dendi falling low. They'll take him down. Two dead, but at the same time, they've killed two on OG. General still alive on the front lines. Controlling Crit from the sidelines. Artstar with the impetus. The dunk down for General. They'll find themselves the third. OG maybe losing a little bit too much. They've lost Fly as well. It's only Miracle left alive here. What can he do on his own? He's playing his way around. Oh, he misses the chain.
No, he got mini-stunned. He got mini-stunned from the poison touch.
Oh!
Oh my God. Na'Vi.
Are they doing it?
I mean, both teams actually lost gold for that fight.
I mean, yeah, they did cost them 2 buybacks, Na'Vi. Everyone losing money.
That was insane, actually. All right, here we go. We get the
Oh, there we go.
we get the opportunity to watch this again since everyone's pretty much dead anyway.
I mean, I want to say eyes on Artstar. Look how much damage Artstar's able to do in this fight.
Yeah, but not only that, but just like the Doom goes out onto Dendi, but he's just alive for so long anyway. He gets like a double or triple Starstorm off during this engagement, eventually drops, but it's like you've already expended every single utility you have, so when the buybacks come out, OG have no retreat plan. They're just all in. Both their cores are already dead. The Timber, even if he does live through this engagement, he can't really like, transition off of it. So, yeah, really brilliantly done there from Na'Vi. Just holding the line. I really think that Moon needs to contemplate buying a BKB. Because it's like the Starstorms just deal way too much damage when you're under the effects of Sprint. Like, he just evaporated.
Well, General, is he still in the streets? He is. Oh! Easy smoke to spell. Like, there's
That's
here.
pretty awkward.
There's somebody here. Where is he? Where is he? I'm going to dust him. I'm going to say
God, the value.
I'm going to dust him. I'm going to find you.
That was so much value, actually.
General is just chilling. Does he not have a TP? Did he get cancelled?
He's actually going hard.
Oh, he's not got. He just hasn't got a TP.
I don't know about the hard choice against Lifestealer, but, you know, it's not like he's only going to be getting hit by that hero.
I mean, General does need to find his way back over for this one. Oh, with the Moonlight, that might be the route to get him in. Looking for the wraparound move, gets the crush on Sneko. Sneko's gone. No dazzle for this fight. Eyes onto Artstar, bursting him down with the Chakram. The heals, they're pretty strong, not strong enough. They'll lose the Encho as well, and she does not have buyback. At the same time on the backlines, General managed to find the dunk off onto Fly. They've doomed up Dichara. Crush to follow through. They'll take down the Terrorblade. 2 heroes now down on Na'Vi without buyback.
All right, well, that's going to be problematic. Because unlike last time, the Lifestealer is actually still standing after the engagement. Backdoor protection going to hold this tower up for a little bit longer, but not that long. Actually, wait, where is their creeper? All right. It looks like it's really far away, so Roshan is going to be the option here.
On Dendi. See if he has anything to say about this. I mean, without 2 heroes.
I don't think you take the risk, actually, because he bought back last fight, right? So
He did.
he's just going to help him out, you know, casual stun. And by that, I mean no-tail.
Yeah, his AC now done on to no tail.
Yeah, this thing is just dead. Nothing they can do to stop it.
Let's go for a steal.
And he's got Blink.
Let's do it, Dendi.
He's got Blink Lincolns, actually.
Let's do it!
No,
Ah.
hesitated too long. I think if he gets it, it would have been a really nice play, but at the same time, if he messed up and he died, then it's just kind of like, well, no Mirana for, what, like 80 seconds?
Hana picked up on Axe. I mean, Miracle, he's pretty much done at this stage. I guess you can upgrade the bots.
You can actually get rid of Ether as well and get like a Hex or something.
Okay, that's true.
He could even go back for Shivas if he wants. But he is just about the tankiest you can possibly be on a hero. This is like Pudge with 20 plus stacks of Flesh Heap status, 4,400 health.
I mean, what is the play if you know it? We're seeing them able to kind of punish OG when they look for fights. So they're able to do it here. Jumping in onto General. And for jumping in as well.
I guess
not quite there.
the main problem is the economic damage that OG deal by forcing them to fight so much and forcing them also to buy back. Like, that's the biggest issue. Cores having to buy back into the game just to defend when you already have a lead is not what you want. Because even in that fight where they lost, and Na'Vi, you can't discredit them. They played a great team fight. It's just because of the fact that you still lost as much gold as the enemy team did when they got wiped because you wanted to defend by buying back on 2. It's just like that commitment that you have to make now because OG are in, or have been in such a dominant position for quite a long time.
I mean, yeah. Na'Vi are just ready with the defense each and every time. I mean, is there an item that you're waiting for an OG that's suddenly going to make these high ground advances easier?
I mean, I guess Scotty would be the big thing for the Terrorblade or Lincolns, maybe, if he wants to defend himself from the Doom, because he's been getting that a lot during these engagements. And if you can protect yourself from that, we talked about the Metamorphosis and having a lot of images out and just the amount of damage that you can deal. It's still fairly substantial. Something that OG are respecting a lot here by not just rushing the high ground with the Aegis.
OG, they've given away quite a bit on the last two advances. Up into the base of Na'Vi. To be a little bit more careful. Eyes onto Miracle. Okay, no tell, no message. Just rages up, looks to hit onto the tower, but the fortification immediately from Na'Vi.
That damage.
Now with no fort, a bit of an opening there. As you can see them jumping in. He can't quite catch the crush. We'll see. Yeah, Miracle just closes in. It will take down the tier 3. Now, how are you going to hold this one? Creating the space for the Chakrams, allowing No-Tail to go to work. He's going to be able to get the melee Rex, or is he? General gets the call, starts to slide him back into the base, and they're focusing No-Tail, the follow-through stun, and No-Tail, he's going to go down, but he has the Aegis. Ready for round 2, Crit jumps in with the Doom onto Dendi. At the same time, look at this amount of damage coming around in return. Can they bring down Crit? Yes, they can. He's gone. Can they give themselves anything more? The Grave onto Dendi, keeping him alive for the time being, but Dichara bursted down, buys back immediately on the Terrorblade. Dendi is gone, though. 110 seconds, no buyback available, General. One dunk. He get himself a second. Miracle still finding it up. Gets the double Chakram onto Artstar. Moon with a double crush for General and Seneko. Buyback now from Artstar. Fly with the ultimate. Take him down. Fly's gone. Dichara lives through it. They've lost 3 OG. Again, Miracle trying to do his best to keep the team ahead, where he picks himself up a triple kill. And this did cost Na'Vi 2 buybacks. Look how much damage he's doing. 7.7k damage.
That was unreal.
And there's a crush onto Artstar that they can kill again. It will be a dieback, but at the same time, there's an arrow, and it's going to connect onto Miracle. Can they try and bring down this man? No-Tail watching through the middle of the fight with the Rage. Tries to go for the open wounds on Denny, but he's got the Lincolns. He's fine for the time being. Leaps away. Miracle falling low. Moon just crushing the illusions, holding them back, and Miracle still wanting to go back in. Eyeing up Artstar, but they've lost Moon. Only Miracle alive now on the side. Goes for the TP out. They got anything to cancel it. They have, and he will get himself away. No-Tail, he's on his own. They'll look to chase him. Rage is going to run out in a second, and Dichara hot on the case. Dendi's there as well. Can they kill this man on the Lifestealer? Artstar, Seneko, and the crew joining in. No-Tail will jump into the grid, trying to run away the Shadow Tormentor, and he gets it. Blinking out at the Infest Bomb, and No-Tail with that play keeps himself alive.
I mean, honestly, that would have been a dieback from him, right? Yeah, he bought back, and so did Dendi. And the Terrorblade as well. So the Terrorblade died straight away, got bursted before he was able to get Sunder off. I think it was Miracle who ended up just like front-loading him so hard that he just couldn't do anything. And even with the Doom being cast on Dendi, which is still a pretty decent target, it's still doesn't even matter that the Dichara Terrorblade was...
This is going to be the first time this has ever been picked up on this hero.
It's good when you have such effective health. Like, think about it.
Yeah, just what the shield.
No one can purge it. You put it on yourself. If they start focusing, you're just going to lightning everyone. You can do it. You can put it on the Lifestealer, you can put it on Moon, whatever the target is.
I mean, he had a lot of money.
Yeah. It's also some attack speed, helps kill the base.
I'm talking about killing the base. You know, off the back of that fight, again, even though Na'Vi are able to find some kills, this time they do actually lose a lot of structures.
Yeah.
Mid lane's cleaned out, bottom lane half dead at the moment on the Rex.
This was a painful defense for Na'Vi. I mean, most of them have at least costed some kind of economical damage, but it's a little bit worse when you have to buy back, still lose the buildings on top of it. That's the point where it starts to become a little bit too much, I think. And Na'Vi have done a really good job of holding on. It just, again, goes back to, imagine if they played a little bit better during the laning phase. What if they get their timings 5 minutes earlier? What if the Axe gets his blink and they start smoking up, getting ganks, and OG are the ones being pressured? I think this game actually could have been very different.
Yeah.
If maybe... See, I don't even know if skilling Grave wins that lane for you, though. But I do think the way they played it and not having Grave in conjunction really hurt them. Because I think he died 4 or 5 times in a row before he left. All right, arrow going to hit here. No follow-up, though, I don't think.
Yeah, you don't want to be coming this far out the base. I mean, just trying to get some vision here as well with Winger amplifies. One lane is being pushed in, the ping's coming out, so maybe OG will just back up and push that one right through.
Yeah,
You've got a Lincoln Sphere on Dichara now as well, so suddenly the Doom initiation is going to be a little bit trickier for him to get off.
They can just have the Timber blink. Oh, he doesn't have Yules anymore, that's right. He sold his Yules for the heart, never mind. So they're going to have, I guess, CM blink in and break it with either a Hex or a Frostbite if they want to try to get it off, or an Open Wounds maybe.
OG ready to come around again. They really Really want to try and lock this one off. Go get the jump in onto Dandy. Dandy hexed up as well. Is there any chance for this man, though? He's doomed up and he's gone. No
That's
Mirana
no
for
buyback.
110 seconds.
That honestly might just be game. He's so much of their damage. Without him, like, who is going to be able to do DPS in this fight outside of the Terrorblade? I guess Art Style still hits kind of hard, but Miracle is just unbelievably tanky at this point.
On goes the shield. And there goes the space here, allowing them to go for this Rex. At the same time, they're trying to find the jump in Miracle. Timber chaining out, General in the middle of it all, has the blade mail out. Can he actually do this? Look how quickly this axe dies to the power of Miracle. There's an ult from Fly coming in. Ditcherard trying to fight up, but he's down as well. 2 dead on Navi, a buyback from General. It looks like it's going to be a dieback. Actually gets one dunk, can't get himself in a but Arstyle still trying to do it for the team. Gets himself a double kill, turns his attention towards Fly. Can he get this Crystal Maiden killed? Oh, yes he does. But there's 4 dead on Na'Vi. Miracle destroying them all. It's GG. And OG are your champions once again. 2nd time in a row here at DreamLeague. I mean, this series, game 1, a bit of a shambles for Na'Vi. 2nd game, a little less of a shambles. 3rd game, a little more less of a shambles. But at the same time, they just weren't able to reach the level of play that OG were bringing.
Yeah, I mean, Na'Vi did really well to get this far. They made some adaptations throughout the drafts, and ultimately, I think OG were just kind of on the next level today. You know, it seemed like they were kind of outclassed, and I think a lot of it came down to the draft. This game, I think, was not so much. Even though it was crazy, I think that the Terrorblade and the Axe showed potential, but it was just the early game was so bad. It was just everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. They died like 3 or 4 times bottom in a row when Seneca was so close to hitting level 3, didn't have the shallow grave, lost the lane super hard. Axe is like level 3 at like,